Welcome to the Work-Life Balance Podcast. I am Kara.
And I am Maggie.
Together, we're a power real estate team with the Bajetti Partners in Nashville.
We believe that the hustle culture of today's driven entrepreneur who lives and works in Middle Tennessee requires balance. So, Kara, tell us a little bit about yourself and your background and how you got to Tennessee.
So I'm a native of California, born and raised in California. Moved out here almost 2 years ago, and sell real estate. I've been selling real estate for 20 years. Still have my license in California, and now have my license here. And married with 3 kids, and just juggling it all. And
you really are a power mom.
I try.
Yeah, you are.
Maggie came into my life about. What?
Probably a year ago, almost. It was like football season last year.
Exactly a year ago.
Yeah.
At UT.
Yeah, UT.
She was working at a bar in UT Knoxville. Well, she was going to school at UT Knoxville, working at a bar in Knoxville. And we happened to pop in doing a tour for our son for college.
And there I was.
There she was. It was like the stars aligned.
I don't even know how we got to the conversation of real estate or anything. I don't remember it, but
I don't either.
I remember Chase's pretzels were like super late, and
Stop
I ended up giving y'all stuff for free, and then we just started chatting. But I don't know.
I think it was like we just had some stuff in common.
Yeah.
I think you were making a badass margarita, and I was like, girl's good. She's got skills.
Girl's good.
That's good. And then we started talking about college and you being a psych major, and
you are too.
had that in common. And then you asked me, I think, what I did, and I sell real estate, and you're like, done, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm moving to Franklin when I graduate. And anyhow, I didn't think I'd ever hear from you again.
Yeah.
And sure as shit,
No.
I got a text, I think, the next morning.
Yeah.
Hey, remember me? I was your bartender. I was like, oh my gosh, love this girl.
Maybe you shouldn't be giving away your number at
Yeah.
bars. But, I mean, I guess it works out for you because here we are now. But, no, I remember that same night because you were, like, sitting there having a conversation with another one of my coworkers, too, Gabby.
Uh-huh.
And she still texts me. She's like, hey, I think I'm moving to Nashville. And it's like, can I join y'all's team next year? I'm like, well,
Oh my God.
come on, girl, if you want.
We'll have the whole Copper Seller
I know,
staff as our real estate partner.
Oh, my goodness.
I love it.
So tell us a little bit about, like, your transition from California to Tennessee.
It was pretty seamless, to tell you the truth. And I think that has to do with, like, it just being our time was up.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, California's been wonderful. I will not sit here and talk bad about it as much as, you know, the exodus is happening there. For us, my husband builds homes. I sell real estate. So it was like we'd already done all that. And it's been great, but I feel like there's a cap there.
Yeah.
And it was time for us to be able to go and maybe go a little bit higher than what the Valley was going to give us. And we have huge families. Well, at least my husband does. And that was the hardest part of getting out here. But they visit all the time.
Yeah.
And
Your parents bought a house
my
here.
parents just bought a house here. My sister's about to relocate here. So I'm going to have my family here real quick, which is great. And John's family will visit all the time. So it's fun.
His family's not going to probably move out here.
No,
though,
there's
right?
too many of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's too many of them.
Very tight-knit over there.
Yes, but at least, you know, visiting's perfect. And John still builds in California and Napa, so he's back and forth and he sees them. So that's all that matters is...
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Everybody's staying connected.
Absolutely.
But, so I guess the transition from there to here wasn't that crazy because you said you're from, like, ag country.
Yeah.
So it's not that different.
Yeah, no, Northern California is super almonds.
Yeah.
Not almonds.
It's almonds. We can fight about that in the comments.
God. You know what?
Almonds.
Salmon, tomato, tomato. I don't know. And we say it how I think it's supposed to be said because we grow them in California. I don't know.
I don't know. She's right. Almonds. That's too funny.
Almonds.
I couldn't say anything. I'm country.
You are country. So you're like born and raised.
Yeah.
And I think I've told you this before, but you're called a unicorn.
Yeah.
Which you've never heard
I never heard that before you told me that. Never.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it just seems natural to me. Like, I'm from a small town. So everybody that is from there, like, grew up there, and their entire family has lived there forever. So it's like you never really hear of a lot of people moving to my town from out of state and things like that, because it's typically more like Nashville area or bigger cities, Knoxville, Chattanooga. But no, my little small town is like everybody knows everybody. If you sneak out of your house on a Friday night, every one of your friends' parents is gonna know it Saturday morning. Like, it's
did you like that, or was it kind of like, oh my gosh, you can't get away with anything?
Personally, I hated it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love Tennessee, but I don't really necessarily like the town I'm from, like, just because it is very small, and I'm very much more of a city girl. Like, I did grow up on a farm, so it's kind of contradictory there, but I don't know.
You're Murfreesboro. You're in Murfreesboro now, it's a bigger city.
And I went to Knoxville, which was a huge city, so going from my small town to Knoxville right out of high school was like culture shock.
I bet.
Yeah.
So then you went to college, and why real estate? Like, why not psychology? Like, why didn't you want to, like, utilize all this time and effort in this degree you have?
Well, it's just... Okay, honestly, my stepsister has Down syndrome, so my initial path was I was going to go do school psychology and do master's degree, all of that. But then when COVID hit, it was like nobody knew what we wanted to do anymore. School completely changed. And then my mom works in the school system as well, so she was able to tell me, like, the change that she was seeing, especially, like, in the special ed department and stuff like that. And then I just kind of changed my mind. I was like, this is not what I want to do. Yeah. And I think really the more I kind of grew up, the more money became important to me. And, like, that was just something, I didn't want to ever have a cap on how much I could make.
I know. Isn't that, like, a wonderful feeling?
Yeah.
I mean, I get, like, the security of salary and working. Okay, you got to check in, the time clock at 9 to 5, whatever the case might be. But, like, the idea of always being stuck to a number.
Yeah.
It almost scares me. Like,
it scares me too.
Like, what is that number? Especially with the way that, like, the economy is. Okay, well, I used to go to the store and spend $150 to feed the family for a week. Now I'm spending $400. So if my salary is $100,000, there's no way in hell you're providing for a family.
No.
On that. So
no, and especially that being a very much, like, government-oriented job. I mean, even though it's, like, not working for the government, it's still working for the school system. You have to follow a lot of rules. I don't want to be sitting there all day and at a desk 9 to 5. That's just not me. And I think the more I kind of grew up and figured out, like, who I was personally, it became way more apparent that that's not for me.
So is somebody in your family in real estate? Or are you just, like, researching, like, what's a badass job that I can take
and make as
much money as I want?
This is going to sound so, like, my generation and so dumb to some people probably, but I saw so many people talking about real estate on TikTok. And then I did, obviously, my own research. And then Reed's my boyfriend, y'all learned that. He was always interested in it, like, growing up and stuff like that. We saw a couple friends start getting into it, and I don't know, I just did my own research, and I was like, I'm just going to take the class and see where it goes. Yeah. And that's when I met you. So.
I know, like, and then literally you moved, so I think that was like, I want to say that was like springish that we met.
Yeah.
And you were here by May. Yeah. Like,
well, I was a junior. I met you spring semester junior year.
That's what it was. Okay.
And then it was like pretty much a whole year. Yeah. And then I moved here.
So she legit comes to town. I introduced her to the broker that I'm working under right now. She signs that day. We start the team, like, what, 2 weeks later, a month later or something. Yeah. Which, by the way, I've never really wanted to do a team, but she is the chick that I would do a team for or with, because we are too much the same. Like, if I thought that it would be like I'm having to, like, I don't know, like, it just would exhaust me if I felt like you didn't put out as much effort in wanting to grow a business as much as I do. Yeah, that just makes it, like, makes sense to me.
But there's nothing wrong with not wanting a team too, because I mean, especially the brokers we work for, you're okay and more than free to go do your own thing, be a lone wolf. That's what you've always done. So it's probably a big change for you, though.
It's huge. Yeah. But we talk about it all the time. Accountability is huge, and clearly I can hold myself accountable. I've been in the business quite some time, but it is also nice for, like, when I am feeling a little, hey, today I kind of just want to zone out and not, and you're calling me going, so what are we doing today? What's on the schedule? I've got this, and I'm going, oh shit, I gotta get myself, okay, what do I gotta go? Okay, let me regroup.
That's okay. And honestly, I think I had this conversation with you the other day probably, but we do hold each other accountable, but there are times where I can be like, okay, I need a second, or you say, okay, I need a second, and we're able to kind of have that freedom.
Right.
But I'm very gung-ho right now. Like, I don't really want that. I just want to go every day.
Correct. Well, yeah, girl. Like, you're just, like, eager to get in there and kill it this year. And your vision board, I mean, you've already crossed off. You've been in the business. Let's just reverse. You've been in the business, I think, June, July, August, 4 months now.
Yeah.
And you've already crossed off stuff that you put on your vision board that you were supposed to do within a whole year of being in this business. You are going to kill it. Like, there's not a second guess in my mind. You're going to be a top producer, getting awards. Like, you're that girl.
Do you really think that, or are you just trying to hype me up?
No, if I didn't think so, you would not be on my team.
Okay. Well, that's fair.
I love you. I think you're going to be great.
My head right now is like,
okay, what? I'm going to deflate it. Put a pin in it.
You actually suck. Don't get your hopes up.
I'm just trying to float around.
But, I mean, yeah, I have, like, crossed stuff off our board, but that doesn't change the fact that, like, every day when I wake up, I'm just like, okay, what are we selling today? Like, we need to have 2 escrows by the end of the week, 4 by the end of the month. Like, I still have a goal. My goal is to hit 10 by December.
Yeah.
So we still got some work to do.
Well, that's the whole thing about having goals and creating that vision board, because you and I both, like, live and breathe by that vision board. I mean, it's the first thing I stare at when I go into the office. It's the last thing I think about when I go to bed. Like, that's just something that you and I hold very important, and that's good.
Yeah, well, that's kind of just a little bit about us.
Yeah.
I think we're going to try to do something fun. So we prepared questions for each other, like rapid fire questions.
Okay.
So it'll just, like, help y'all get to know us a little more and see our personality a little bit. So do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
Well, clearly she's fresh out of college and I'm ancient old. So mine were like one word questions, and she's got, like, things I'm gonna have to think about, so I'm a little bit nervous.
But you got to go quick. That's
you're going quick. I'm gonna give you, like, would you rather, and you're going to answer quickly.
Okay, but I want your opinion on it too.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, just because I want to see what your answer would be.
Okay, champagne or beer?
Champagne. Yeah, no.
But so you want me to answer too?
Good. Yeah.
Okay.
Beer is not good. I'm not a beer person.
No, me neither.
I'd rather have a glass of wine for sure.
Chips and salsa or Nerds clusters?
Okay, she did this on purpose because I eat Nerd clusters religiously, like
for lunch and breakfast.
They're just so good. If you have not had the very berry version, you're missing out. Go get it. You know my answer to that.
You kill me. Me, chips and salsa all day long. Dogs or cats?
Dogs. Easy.
Dogs. If you were a cat person, we'd have to second guess our relationship.
Breaking up the team.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. Country or city?
City.
City for sure. Although I'm in the country.
That's hard because I grew up in the country, but I am a city girl at heart, so it's hard.
And I'm the other. Like, I'm a city girl, but I'm enjoying the space of the country.
Yeah.
And, like, the serenity of it. But
that's one thing I wanted to ask you too. Is Modesto? Because I've never been there. I've just been, like, around. Is it more city or is it more country?
It's city in the middle of agricultural.
Okay.
So it's. You're not
so you have a little bit of both.
It's called the armpit of California.
Is it really?
We're not going there.
Okay.
We're not visiting.
No. Okay.
I'll take you to Ripon, where we moved from Modesto, which is only one little town over, but it's a hell of a lot better.
Okay.
Okay. Get up early or stay up late?
Get up early. But not too early. Not too early. My cap is like 7. If I have to get up before 7, then I'm like major in a bad mood. But 7's a good point for me.
You're an early bird. You're definitely not a stay up late.
No.
In fact, I just went to Atlanta with her, and I'm like, let's have another glass of wine. It's only 10:30, and she's like, 10:30 is my bedtime. I'm like, girlfriend.
Yeah, we were calling me an old lady.
Get drunk or stay sober?
Oh, in what setting?
Let's call it a Wednesday.
Stay sober.
Let's call it a Friday.
Get drunk.
And it is Friday.
Do I have to wake up the next day? That's the biggest.
You can sleep in.
Okay.
Spend or save?
Save. I'm not a big spender. I never, like, my parents growing up were not the type to be like, okay, let's go shopping and get all this bunch of stuff. We would, like, go to Dick's Sporting Goods, and my dad would be like, you're not getting anything, so just don't even ask.
I know, and I love it, because I'd be like, you look so cute today. You're like, literally $20 at Target, full outfit. I'm like, Target. Oh my God, I love Target.
Yes. What about you? You're not answering.
Okay, I can spend, but I also can save. I'm a little bit 50-50 on that one.
Okay.
Once I got a good chunk of change in the bank, then I'm like, oh, I'll buy something. Beach or mountains?
Mountains, 100%.
Beach, 100%.
No, not a beach gal.
Magic Mike or 50 Shades of Grey? You can thank Mason for that question.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Which is my son, by the way.
I'm stuck. I'm stuck.
Not the book.
Oh my
God. The movie. Let's call it the movie.
Okay, the movie Magic Mike. I love Channing Tatum. And 50 Shades of Grey, the book, was really, really good. But 50 Shades of Grey, the movie, was super cringy.
Yeah. Okay, so
Magic Mike.
Magic Mike.
Yeah. What about
I think
you?
Magic Mike too. You know what? I saw 50 Shades of Grey like front row in the theater because the girlfriend of mine. It was terrible. A girlfriend of mine had rented out the theater, so it was like 50 chicks, and we all go and watch it. Super fun.
That's awesome.
But we were sitting at the bar too long to get in, so we got stuck with the front row. Yeah. And there's some scenes in there you don't want to be in the front row.
No, maybe a little bit.
So Magic Mike for sure. Hills or flats?
Flats. Oh, I don't know. I like heels, but only when I'm dressed up.
I'm definitely heels. Okay, this is crazy. Would you rather lose your vision or lose your hearing?
I think we may have talked about this the other day, didn't we? Hearing
too.
Yeah.
I gotta see you.
I mean,
we could learn how to sign.
Yeah.
And I could tell
or just write on a whiteboard or like text or something.
But I don't want to lose my vision.
No.
Okay, phone call or send text?
Phone call.
You're totally phone call.
What about you?
Totally text.
Yeah. Sorry.
Don't call me unless it's an emergency.
Yeah, just you probably hate me. Kara's like realizing every day.
I love you.
This girl's annoying.
Okay, a glass half empty or half full?
Half full.
Me too. We're positive. We are just
half empty is so negative, Nelly.
Would you rather be too busy or too bored?
Too busy.
Me too.
Did you get these online?
No, Mason.
Okay.
I sat with the boys last night and they helped me. I was like, wow.
I'd rather be too busy.
Hot sun or extreme cold? I know this about you. I'm thinking it's... No?
No, you know the answer. Too cold.
Yeah.
You can always put more clothes on, but you can't always take more clothes off.
And you're an avid snowboarder, so you love that. Me?
Love it.
I hate the cold.
Okay, but there's a certain point that, and Carson Reed, the two people that I go snowboarding with, they can attest. Like, if it gets too cold or too windy, then I become, like, major bitch mode. Like,
yeah, wind sucks.
There's a point that I can't handle it anymore, and I'm like, I'm going to get a drink in the lodge.
Yeah.
Bye. But they'll go all through everything.
Yeah.
It'll be raining, pouring, whatever, freezing cold, and they're still going. I just can't.
Diehards. Morgan Wallen or Jay-Z?
I like Jay-Z just because I like rap music, but I'm on a big Morgan Wallen kick right now, so I gotta go with that.
He's a good one. Past or future?
Oh, I have this question for you.
Okay.
Okay, like time travel wise,
like,
or
would you rather go back to the past or go to the future?
Back to the past.
Yeah. I think that's a tough one. I don't know. I feel like the future is going to be super exciting.
Okay, but here's my thing about that is I'm kind of religious.
Uh-huh.
And I don't think I'm supposed to know what's going to happen next. So, like, I have a weird thing about going to see, like, genies and stuff like that. Have you
genies?
Not genies, whatever you call them, like tarot card readers or whatever.
Tarot cards, yeah.
Because I'm not supposed to know what happens next. It's supposed to be a surprise. You're not supposed to know. You're supposed to take every day with a grain of salt.
Uh-huh.
And I think that kind of defeats the purpose.
I think you're right. But I think the future's going to be cool.
Yeah, it will.
We've got some good stuff around the corner. Okay, a couple more. Unhappy with money or not happy, or no money and... Okay, unhappy with money or no money and happy.
No money and happy.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Fox News or CNN?
Literally neither. I don't watch the news, but CNN probably.
No! This is not a political podcast, but she better like Fox News. The 5 at 5.
Kara's gonna yell at you if you don't pick Fox News.
Just kidding.
You're Jesse Waters, right?
Jesse Waters.
Kara has this weird thing where she likes to sit down. Okay, I don't want to call it weird because it's not weird. It's just
it's my generation.
She likes her news.
I like the 5 at 5. I do. Okay. It gives me my good tidbit.
You had more questions than I did.
You told me 20. We can cut half those out.
Okay. So. If you died and you got reincarnated, what would you come back as? What animal would you come back as? Mine are more like in depth.
Okay, giraffe for sure.
Really? Why?
Because they're always traveling.
Okay.
They never stay still. They're always moving.
And I feel like things don't really fuck with giraffes. Like, they're just so big that
and
they
they're
don't get
beautiful,
messed with.
and they're, yeah, okay.
That's definitely your vibe.
Yeah, that's my vibe.
Mine would be a yellow butterfly.
A yellow one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Specifically yellow.
Okay, why?
I don't know.
Oh, they're just pretty?
I just like it, yeah. If you were a season, what season would you be?
Middle of the summer.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We're polar opposites.
Hot as shit. Margarita in hand.
No.
Yes.
Winter for me.
Uh-huh.
For sure. Middle of winter, like December. Okay. Name one conspiracy theory you believe in.
That's a tough one.
You want me to go first?
Aliens.
Okay. I agree with that.
Yeah?
Mine's mermaids.
I think there's probably some mermaids down there too.
You can't.
UFOs for sure.
Okay, all right, everybody listening right now, you cannot tell me, I will not listen, you cannot tell me that we have only discovered 5% of our ocean and there's not something crazy down there.
Yeah, I'm sure there's pretty little mermaids floating around. They're swimming. They're doing their
Or
thing.
they look really scary.
There's mermans. Yeah.
Okay, if you were to get arrested, who would be the person going to jail with you for committing the crime?
If there's a few of my girlfriends that would be going down with me.
Yeah?
Gina Brocchini.
All right, Gina.
Eva or Veronica. Those three girls. We're probably all going down at the same time.
Yeah?
Or my husband.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
you and John could probably get into some mess.
we could probably get into some trouble.
Yeah. Mine would be my sister Tara.
Yeah?
If you ever meet her, she will she's so protective of me and Trey because we're the only two younger than her.
Uh-huh.
I just remember, if we ever brought a boyfriend home, I remember the first day I ever brought Reed home, she was like, I swear if you hurt my little sister, I'm going to kill you. Just straight stone cold.
Oh my gosh.
So,
that's a good sister, but
Yeah.
she's going down with you.
She's going down with me for
that's
sure.
Fun.
Okay. If you could live in any era in the past, what would it be? Like what decade?
I feel like everybody knows their answer on that. Like, when you watch Pride and Prejudice or you watch all these old fashioned shows. I don't really know. I don't really care for that old.
Yeah.
I would probably go the 60s.
Okay.
And be a total hippie.
Yeah?
And go to the fun concerts and smoke a joint. I don't know.
See, that's how I am. But I'm stuck between the 60s and the early 20s. Okay. Where it was a lot of music and dance
the Great
and drinking.
Gatsby's?
That's the Great Gatsby is exactly
okay.
Right.
I could totally live that era, very fashionable and fancy,
swingers,
okay,
yeah,
not those kind of swingers.
Okay, not like that, but the actual dancers. That's what I mean by that.
So that's okay. I could totally do 20s or 60s.
Yeah, before Prohibition
cool.
and before the Great Depression.
Okay, I like
that
it.
really. I feel like there's a pocket there that was just really nice and chill, and everybody was just happy and fun.
Yeah. And when everybody was fancy.
Yes.
And beautiful ball gowns.
Love that.
Okay,
yeah. Great Gatsby's the best way to put it.
Great Gatsby. Okay.
Okay. Name one bucket list item that you have not done yet.
Ooh.
Which you've done a lot.
I've done a lot. A bucket list.
Which this girl used to live in Paris. Are you kidding me?
I did do a little study abroad in Paris, so that was fun. There's a lot more traveling I need to see.
Okay. Where?
I want to do a safari in Africa.
That would be so cool.
I want to be with those giraffes and those lions.
You're gonna.
That is a bucket list to go on a
Okay.
safari. Yep.
Okay. Mine would be skydiving. I haven't done that yet.
No, don't want to do that.
I want to go skydiving so bad.
I'll videotape you, but I'm not tandem flying with you. I'm scared of that.
This next question I came up with because whenever I was younger and I thought I was maybe going to get in trouble for something, I would come up with a fake name that I was going to use if I got caught. If you had to use a fake name for anything, what would your fake name be?
Oh my God,
these are in depth, aren't they?
Okay, of course she's fresh out of college psychology degree asking me these questions. Oh my,
trying to get in your
The only name I know about is my fake ID in high school. That's the only.
What was it?
You're gonna laugh.
Am I gonna laugh?
Diana Mendoza. And there's a reason I got it taken away from me at a bar. I do not look like a Diana Mendoza.
You don't look like a Diana Mendoza.
No, but
why that name?
Back in my time of getting fake IDs was so different than you guys getting fake IDs. We're 20 years apart. And so it's totally different. Like right now you can go online and get one that actually scans.
Old Ironside fake.
And I know. Mason was asking me about it a couple days ago. And I'm like, this is insane. When I was in, like, getting mine, it was you either took it from somebody that looked like you, that, like, somebody was, like, giving it to you, or you had somebody in their mom's basement, like, whiting stuff out and screening it. And the guy that gave it to me, it was in junior college, that was the name he decided to give me. Why? And I have no idea, but it got it got taken away like day one of me using it. So I don't. That's the only name I can think
Jessica
of.
Smith or something would be more fitting.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's too
I
funny.
know. So sorry, it wasn't really the answer to yours, but that's the only name that comes to my mind.
Mine when I was younger was Veronica. I don't know why.
Veronica. You don't look like a Veronica.
No, not at all. It just added a little spice.
Okay, so Veronica and Diana, we're going out tonight.
We're going out tonight. Okay.
Romy and Michelle.
Yes, that's too funny. Okay, so you already answered this. Time that you would travel to in the future, or would you travel in the past?
Yeah, I think I'm going to the future.
Yeah. I don't know. This is a really, really, really good one, though. Would you rather be able to speak to animals or be able to speak every language?
Oh.
Isn't that tough?
That's tough. Probably animals.
Yeah, why?
I don't know if I care to speak every language.
I don't know.
I mean, because
that's
maybe
tough.
traveling, like, you could talk to everybody, but it's almost fun to be like that dumb person in Italy. You're like, ciao, bella.
You're like, I'm just visiting.
No comprende.
That's too funny.
I don't know. What about you? You probably would talk to animals.
See, I thought that at first, but then the more that I started to think about it, I'm going to have to go every language. I would like to just be able to fly somewhere in the world. And cool. Also, something else that came to my mind when I was thinking about this is those girls that work in the nail salon. I want to be able to understand what kind of shit they're talking about.
Because they're telling you needed a freaking pedicure badly, and your toenails, like...
You can't tell me that those women in there are not talking bad about every other person in that nail salon.
Dang it. I think they might be.
I think they might be.
So we need to learn, like, one or two words, and then they'll be like, oh my God, she understands us.
Yeah.
That would be funny. Oh my gosh.
Okay, girl, you need to chill out. Okay. If you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
Superpower. Oh, God, you're really giving me some tough ones.
I really don't even fully know my answer.
I really don't know on this one. Because I'd say invisible, but I really don't want to know. I don't really want to hear you talking shit about me.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a really tough one. Can I come back to it?
Nope. It's the last one.
Oh, what's yours?
See, I thought about it. Either time travel. There's three. I'm like caught between a few. Time travel, X-ray vision, or being able to fly.
Oh my gosh, those are all crazy ones.
Yeah. I don't want to be able to read people's minds. There's stuff that goes on in people's minds I just don't want to know about. X-ray vision I think would be cool because, I don't know, if you lose something, I'll lose my stuff all the time.
Yeah.
So if I could just be able to figure out where it is immediately, that would be the best.
You do lose your stuff a lot.
Yeah, I do. Very
like your sunglasses or I think one time your keys. You tried to get
Oh, yeah. I'm always losing something, y'all. Always.
That was really fun, Mag.
Yeah, it was fun.
I mean,
sweet or salty? That's the last one.
Oh, salty.
Oh, I'm sweet.
You are.
Sure.
Yeah. No, I think that maybe is what's so fun about you and I is we are super opposite, but we're so much the same.
Yeah, I think opposites really do attract, though.
I think so too.
I mean,
and my husband and I are super opposite.
Yeah, I don't want to hang out with somebody that's just like me. Personally, I want to be able to hang out with other people, see other points of view,
right?
And no judgment, no shame, no nothing. Just be able to understand other people.
And I love that. And I feel like right when we started, like, getting to know each other, you were like, I love that you don't judge me. And I'm like, girlfriend, I don't. Why would I judge you? Like, I feel like you're not going to judge me.
Yeah, no.
Whatever I bring to the table is totally different than what you bring to the table. Mm-hmm. And we're learning from each other and growing with that. And hell,
no, I think
be
that's
yourself.
True. Yeah, I don't want to be just like everybody else. I think that's boring and lame.
And you're not.
Which, no, I don't think so. Which, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Nobody is. I mean, there's definitely always going to be people that don't like you. Yeah. But that's okay. They don't have to. There's a billion other people. So, actually 7 billion other people.
7 billion. Oh, this college girl.
So, but we just wanted to kind of get on here, feel it out, and have fun, ask some funny questions just to be like icebreaker, get to know like each other a little bit more, and then just get comfortable, I guess.
So we want you guys to tune in. We're going to be talking about a lot of different stuff. We're going to have some fun and special guests joining us. We hope you learn a little bit. We're definitely real estate front, I guess is how we would say that. Like our conversations are going to be mostly about real estate and our life and all the fun she's having as a fresh graduate of college, and me being an old lady with 3 kids, and how we balance it all and have fun and do all that good stuff. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Once we get going, like, share, subscribe. We want it to be big. We don't want to just do this for no reason. Like, we want to have longevity with it. We want everybody to come along on the journey. So the first few episodes might be a little rough. We're still finding our groove, but I think as we continue and as we get going, it'll be a lot of fun and something that is very informational and just enjoyable.
So thanks for tuning in, and until next time.
Cheers.
Bye.